Good morning, guys. It is 5:30 in the morning. We're in Sausalito, California. I'm going on a 4-mile run. Let's do this. Bridge over there. It's awesome, man. We're here. We're doing it. Woo! Today's the day. We're exploring San Francisco on our own. But first we gotta cross the Golden Gate Bridge to see some attractions. Let's go. After 20 minutes of bike riding, we've made it to Wharf, Oregon. This acoustic sculpture was created in 1986 by Peter Richards and George Gonzalez. Each of these tubes behind me, right here and over here, can produce sound when you put your ear up to them. But that's only if there's high tide or a full moon. And right now, it's pretty low. As you can see, these pipes go underneath the sculpture and down to the water, but the water doesn't hit it because it's low tide right now, so you can't hear anything inside the pipes, unfortunately. There's a total of 25 different pipes around the sculpture, and on a good day you can hear notes out of all of them, but right now we can't hear anything. But from this artistic acoustic sculpture, you have views all around you. You have Alcatraz Island, a view of San Francisco, as well as Crissy Field, and then the full 360, you get the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. Hopefully later this summer I'll come back and hear the notes through the pipes, but for right now nothing can be heard. And of that is Wharf, Oregon. Just across the street is the Palace of Fine Arts, which is right behind me. So right now I'm editing in my room at 9:38 at night, and I realized that I didn't really say anything about the Palace of Fine Arts when I visited it. Anything about the history or anything of that sort. So I'm going to tell you some of that right now. It was originally constructed in 1915 for the Panama Pacific Exposition in order to exhibit works of art. It was completely rebuilt from 1964 to 1974, and it's one of the only surviving structures from the exposition. The Panama Pacific International Exposition, or the PPIE, was held in San Francisco, United States from February 20th to December 4th in 1915, and this was one of the structures that they built specifically for that exposition. Here's some numbers that you may not know. It cost the city $621,929 to construct the palace. The rotunda is 1,100 feet wide and 162 feet tall. And in total, there's 30 columns that extend upward to the sky. Alright, enough of my voice. Let's get back to the video. So this is the entire map of Presidio. As you can see, the Golden Gate Bridge comes down from up here. It comes through Presidio. I am currently right here, like I said, on the easternmost side of the Presidio Park. What I'll probably do, take Presidio Promenade, maybe all the way through the park, or I might do something different. I might take Presidio Boulevard down, do the South Loop or Lover's Lane. I don't know, we shall see. I stopped here at the National Cemetery, the San Francisco National Cemetery. And it turns out it was designated a national cemetery in 1884. Now in 1884, when they announced that it was going to be a national cemetery, this was the first national cemetery on the West Coast. Officially, over 30,000 soldiers and their families are buried in this cemetery right here. But in 1992, they closed it for burials. This cemetery has a lot of coverage, and it's really neat that it's in the middle of the Presidio area. It's so cool how San Francisco dedicated this space to be a cemetery for veterans and soldiers. After a long uphill bike ride, man, I'm out of breath. And after a long uphill bike ride, hopefully we'll get to see a cemetery overlook coming up really soon. That's a beautiful sight right there. You have the water, the honored cemetery, and then the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. Wow. I hope you can see this, but there's a wild coyote on the road. He's just sitting there. Hopefully this car doesn't scare him away. No. Whoa, look at that thing. Right into someone's yard. That's so cool. Coyote in Presidio Park? What? That's crazy. There's the Presidio Golf Course. They have an entire golf course in the south part of Presidio Park. So update on the map. I started over here. Went up Presidio Promenade, went through this little section right here, the main post. Went up to the National Cemetery. Went up this really steep road right here. Got up here, then turned off and got to the National Cemetery overlook. And then from there, I came out and then went on this trail right here, this loop. And now I'm right here. So the plan is, I think, I'm gonna take Park Trail because I need a rest. It's all downhill, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna take Park Trail all the way through here to Crissy Field. See this other side of the map right here, I didn't even explore today. So that's gonna be another day because my legs are really, really tired from this uphill climb from the main post right here. But yeah, man, look at this. All of this in the city of San Francisco. That's insane. It's so nice how they dedicated this space just for this park. But let's get going, guys. I am flying down this hill. This feels so good. I don't have to pedal at all. Woo! There's Crissy Field down there. Just came up this Park Drive. I was just biking down Park Avenue or Park Road, trying to get to Crissy Field, but then this caught my attention. It's a pet cemetery. Literally a pet cemetery. So it was created in 1952, and ever since then, people have just been burying their pets here. This is crazy. I've never seen a pet cemetery in my life. But it turns out in 1998, the San Francisco Trust took over this area, and they're restoring it right now. They're not allowing any burials after 1998. But this is still, what? It's pets. Genki, Lil Bit, R. Fry. His name was Trouble, but he was no trouble. 1956 to 1965. They got a stone grave for Tippy. Wow. So technically it's not considered historic because of whatever reason. I think it's historic, but they're just naming this a unique area that can't be tampered with. You know, the San Francisco Trust is trying to maintain it, restore it, maybe clean up the weeds a little bit. But look at this place. This is awesome. Presidio of San Francisco Pet Cemetery. I feel kind of bad for laughing because it's a cemetery, but it's a pet cemetery, guys. Come on. Oh man. Stories and rumors suggest that the 19th century cavalry horses and the World War II guard dogs were actually buried in this very pet cemetery. It's just a pet cemetery under a highway. That's it. Man, I love this city. One of the big things I didn't talk about yet is Crissy Field, which is right behind me. Now, Crissy Field is a big park area north of Presidio, and it's right along the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, as soon as you come off the Golden Gate Bridge, it's right to your left. This area is really big for runners, bikers, just anyone in general, tourists really, that just want to come out here, see the Golden Gate Bridge, and get some exercise. Speaking of the Golden Gate Bridge, coming up on a view right now. So this fort behind me was actually built in the 1850s because the city of San Francisco and the Bay Area cities thought that this point right here would be the best place to defend the Bay Area. It is only open Friday through Sunday. So right now it's not open, but it's so cool to see this part of history. It looks like they're doing a little bit of construction, given it's a weekday and they're trying to finish before Friday when it opens. But it's still so cool. You have the San Francisco Bridge right behind me. You got Fort Point. Just a really cool view around here. Now, during the time of construction of the Golden Gate Bridge behind me, the city used it as a central hub for the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge. And later, they used it in World War II as a blockade for the Golden Gate Bridge, so they could regulate who could pass and who could not. Now, from this fort right here, you can actually see quite a bit. You have the Golden Gate Bridge right north of it. To the northeast, you have Alcatraz Island out there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. Over there, southeast of it, we have Crissy Field, we have the Presidio, and the Palace of Fine Arts, which I was over there earlier today, actually. So you can see a lot from this fort, but hopefully later in the summer, I'll come back when it actually is open on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, so I can see inside, because from what I've seen online, this fort is really cool on the inside to see. From Fort Point, I biked all the way to Fisherman's Wharf, where they have lots of food places. Maybe I can get some breakfast here. But the ocean is over there. We got the Fisherman's Wharf sign right here. They're doing a lot of construction. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but it looks like they're doing major construction. What is San Francisco if you don't get overpriced baked goods? So I'm here trying the Boudin. I don't know how to say it, but I'm here. I'm trying their bakery. So we're outside of Boudin, the Boudin Bakery, and I got this bread, freshly baked. They said we got a total of $2.27. This is the first time I've eaten today, so let's see how it is. I'm gonna just be honest, it's just bread. There's nothing special to it. It's literally just bread. The knife broke. The knife broke. But honestly, this morning has been really productive for me. So starting in the morning and then hopped on the bike. I started Crissy Field, went to Wave, Oregon. And then from there, went down south to, I saw a national cemetery. Oh, actually, from Crissy Field and Wave, Oregon, I went to the Palace of Fine Arts, and then I went to Presidio, where I saw the National Cemetery, which is really, really cool. I went on this long uphill bike, saw the golf course, saw a freaking coyote in California. How cool is that? But then from there, went to a pet cemetery. I went back to Crissy Field, but then went to Fort Point. I got to see the outside of it, which wasn't too bad. It was worth the bike, I'll say that. And then from Fort Point, I rode all the way down to Fisherman's Wharf, which here I am, sampling overpriced San Francisco bread. What a morning, man. But now, I'm just gonna finish this bread, head back to the Golden Gate Bridge, head back over, and I have schoolwork at 12 o'clock, so hopefully I make it in time. My GoPro just died, but as I was saying, I have some schoolwork at noon that I have to complete. It is 10:46 right now, so hopefully I can make it back to Sausalito and where we're actually staying before 12 p.m. because that's when I have to be there. All right, I'll see you guys later. Well, after I made it back and did my schoolwork, I really didn't vlog much the rest of the day because I did so much in the morning from 7 a.m. to 11. And in that period of time, I got so much footage that I didn't feel like I needed to put anything else. But I'll inform you of what we did. First, I did my schoolwork, obviously. And then we went to Costco, 30 minutes north of us, and picked up some groceries that we missed at Target because Target's supply was rather skimpy. So we ended up going to Costco around 1 p.m. and we picked up groceries and came back. And from there, we just hung around the house. We made some food, we made some burgers. I wrote my essay for school. And other than that, we didn't really do much the rest of the day. That's why I'm saying from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., I just did so much in that period of time that the rest of the day didn't even compare to what I did. But that's gonna cap off the video for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you feel like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.